Hey everyone out there on YouTube, hope everyone is doing lovely, and I hope you're ready for a little peek into current MMO news. Make sure to check out the channel for more MMO RPG gaming news highlights, as well as Fallout 4, Skyrim, and Cyberpunk mods. And let's go directly to what we can consider the top news in MMOs right now, and that is Blizzard's classic release of Wrath of the Lich King. This has been held as the pinnacle of World of Warcraft for many gamers, and though I agree in some ways, I disagree in others. Personally, for me, it was a mix of that last half of the Burning Crusade and the first half of Wrath. To me, that's when they really fixed a lot of the things and they really fine-tuned a lot of what the game had to offer. And then they went ahead and smashed to pieces all the great work they had done. But hey, you can go back to these glory days, and honestly, if you're looking for that pure MMO feeling and excitement that comes from any well-tuned MMO during launch, that feeling and fun being around so many people as they begin their journey into Northrend, then Wrath of the Lich King is going to be one of your best options. And one question a lot of gamers are going to have is, what changes are there going to be? And I was never a fan of the hashtag no changes when Classic first launched. The game was unbalanced, broken, and could have been improved in so many ways, but damn, I loved World of Warcraft when it first started playing it. So Classic will start on patch 3.3.5, meaning that all class changes, nerfs, fixes, and balances will be in effect from the very beginning. And this is common logic here and a good choice. And we see a list of other things, and just to highlight a few, raiding in dungeons. 10-mans will drop the same badges as their 25-man counterpart. During Phase 2, 10-mans will also drop the same loot as the 25-man. This is a good catch-up mechanic that avoids the horrible forced seasonal patch-to-patch MMO endgame loop that we have currently with modern-day WoW. Trial of the Crusader will now share lockouts based on difficulty. We'll only be able to run 10-man on one difficulty as well as 25-man. Loots for tanks and healers in dungeons with a chance for mats, gold, and even mounts. Heroic dungeon badges will upgrade throughout the expansion. Daily heroic quests will reward the current raid tier, and the final boss of the dungeon will reward the previous raid tier. Wintergrass will now be phased and no longer is a realm versus realm battle. So as long as someone from your faction wins their phase, the fortress and the vault of Arshavan will be open and available. Cold weather flying will be bind on account, and there will be gender changing available in the barbershop. And the big one, no random dungeon finder. This time they will use a new LFG tool similar to that in the Burning Crusade, and many more. Again, this launch and expansion is something a lot of people are going to enjoy, and they're going to have a lot of fun. If you did it before, maybe try it again, and if you miss it the first time, then I highly recommend it. Now on to Valheim. Earlier this week, Valheim began supporting crossplay when they introduced patch point 211.7 on the PC. This was something that was expected as Valheim joined Xbox Game Pass on PC today, and this was needed for PC Game Pass players to join the other PC players playing on Steam. Today, September 29th, Valheim released to PC players on Game Pass. News also came letting players know that Valheim will be coming to Xbox Series X and S early spring 2023. If you like a mix of games, by the way, PC Game Pass is an amazing service. A mix of indie, retro platforms, RPGs, you have Dead by Daylight, Sea of Thieves, and just so many games, large and small. It's really a great deal for any active variety gamer. And in some fun MMO news, Temtem, a game that just finally left early access earlier this month. They then introduced a premium battle pass. This caused a lot of players to protest due to the game being buy to play. Players again became upset due to the price of cash shop dies. Community managers for the game replied stating, "We have made it so purchasing one battle pass will give you enough currency to purchase the next one, offering an endless loop of battle passes for players." Also letting players know that anything and everything paid in Temtem is cosmetic only, and that this is a way to support them further if you really like the game. The reaction by the players then led to the Temtem game director to reply, "With the game purchase, you have already supported us enough. If you don't like any items or think everything is overpriced, then don't support us, XD." And I find that funny, but I guess a lot of the players didn't. So yeah, fun times. And I doubt I will ever play Temtem, but I do think the game looks really fun and has a really neat concept. It's definitely a game for a niche audience, and from what I can see, it seems to really push for those points and offers gamers exactly what they're wanting and asking for. And to wrap it up with something that I will very much be playing, and I hope playing a lot for a long time, That's Throne of Liberty. In a lot of ways, I feel Throne of Liberty could be more what I'm looking for in a game than even a game like Ashes of Creation. But both games are games that I'm very much looking forward to trying out and immersing myself into them. Earlier this week, they released the Throne of Liberty internal beta testing highlights game trailer, giving us gamers a teasing peek through the window of what's to come. Originally slated to come out Q4 of this year, after nearly a decade in development and 3 transitions, the release date was pushed back so that they could fine-tune and polish a few things before release. Expect Throne and Liberty to release sometime in the first half of next year. I'm going to take a look at this trailer a little bit more, and I'm actually going to do a video here relatively soon on Throne of Liberty because this really is a game that I have high hopes for. I know NCSoft and their monetization doesn't have the best past track record, but I hope they find a way to do this without making it pay to win. And that wraps this video up. There is honestly a huge amount of MMO news that I want to get into, all happening over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I plan to do that in a short follow-up video. News for Lost Ark, Lord of the Rings Online, and many others, but until then, everybody stay lovely, and I will see you again in the next video.